Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. Hopefully, you're having a wonderful morning. I know I am. I wanted to jump in here really quick and just share some thoughts. You've been thinking about trading, or maybe it's like, why did we have a big spike this morning in the market in the move where there's some CPI news that came out, and typically that affects the market very well. So I'm going to jump over. I'm going to show you some charts so you can see what it looks like on a chart. Several different pairs between gold, US 30, the NAS 100, and the British pound and Japanese yen. What I want to do here specifically to those that are enrolled into the academy, that are trading with me, that are in the XTRMFX club, if you want to call it that. For those of you that are trading, as we talked about yesterday during a news event, is very, very important that if you have an open trade, specifically, especially if you are in the positive and there's a news event coming, you might want to close that trade before, excuse me, I had a smoothie this morning. It's give me a little gas, right? So anyway, so you might have wanted to close those trades before the spike. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to give you an example right here. I want to show you some examples of what that could have done depending on what pair you're in, to give you an idea of why would you want to close before a spike? Well, sometimes the spike will stop you out, right? Depending on the spike. And this was a pretty good one. It was on one of the pairs, it was almost 200 pips. So that's a lot. That's a big move depending on where you're at in relationship to entering the market. So just jump over here. We'll take a quick look at this. If you'd like to get more details on our trading academy, feel free to message me, send me a text message, 314-498-7688. I'll run you through. I'll show you the back office real quick. I'll show you what you're getting. Cool thing about it is also for those that are looking for a really simple way to earn as you learn, we've got a really cool system that I can show you how to do that, the actual trade, without really knowing how to trade. Take advantage of some of the smart kids in the front of the class, if you want to call it that way, so you can leverage those active trades where you're actually learning how to trade, so that when you can get to that point where you can actually do that stuff too. So you get a double whammy there. Absolutely awesome academy. Blessed to be here. Blessed to have the skill to learn how to trade and be able to basically make money when I want to. So check this out. So let me do a screen share here and click on the entire screen. Let's see. Yeah, we don't need all that stuff over there. All right, let's click that, hit share. All right, so this is GJ, and if you're not familiar with all this terminology I've got going over here, this is one of the trades that we entered in based off of our AI bot that gives us AI signals. This is the British pound that would come in and do this kind of stuff here. So really, really cool to come in and do this. So, and again, this is a markup in the academy. I encourage everybody to mark it up so they can see where their entry is, see where their take profits are, all that kind of stuff. And we actually did a lesson in here about this. That's why this is here yesterday. But in this spike, and I want you to see this, right? So if somebody entered this trade here and they were going down to TP3 to the take profit, and they opted this. You can opt to any one of these positions or anywhere in between as a trader. You don't have to do these. These are just suggestions, right? So let's say you did enter here and you did decide you want to go for the TP3, which is about a 100 pip move. And you decide to enter that move. We can see the trade opened on Monday at about 2:30. That is not right. It should have been 11:30. My clock is off here somewhere. Yeah, that's weird. This was actually at about 11:30 down here. I think I need to adjust my time because of the time change. Anyway, it was 11:30 Monday night. It opened up. It ran down here. It came down. Didn't quite hit TP. It drew all the way back up here. And I'm just giving you some examples. And some people, why didn't you tell people to take profit? We're not talking about that right now. We're just talking about this spike over here. We're going to get to that. So long story short, open this trade. They didn't come in. They didn't take partials. They didn't do any of that stuff. They just let it hang out because they're keeping their fingers crossed that eventually it's going to hit to the TP3 position, right? You see there was a huge run up here, huge down here, and there was a spike, right? Again, this is on the GJ. That's the pound versus Japanese yen. You see this is the 7:30 spike this morning based off of our news that we had right here, right? So we had some news this morning that came in. The core CPI caused a fluctuation. It was better. It was better than expected here a little bit, which was nice. Caused a spike in the market. So what does that mean? It just means that there was a big jump. It's like there was some indecision. Now, a bunch of sellers jump in the market, a bunch of buyers jump in the market. If you go to a smaller time frame and see a little bit more of the movement, but overall, it looks like it's coming and heading directly back in the direction it was going here. So if somebody did have this trade open, they're probably in drawdown somewhere. They might be pretty close to positive. I personally would have closed the trade somewhere down in this area. If I had this trade open, I actually took profit up here on this actual trade. This is where I closed my trade out. But if I was still running for TP3, I would have closed out down here somewhere in profit. Some people just want to let it run. Again, this spike didn't quite go up high enough to stop out this trade based on the stop loss that was set here on the chart. So let's jump over and take a look at another one. This was gold. And typically gold is weird. Gold does a spike every morning about 7:30 Central Standard Time anyway. So there's usually a spike right here at about 7:30 anyway. So this was a spike that jumped up here, came down again. A really nice move. If you want to look at the overall move of the candle, overall time frame, about 230 pip move. That's a lot of dollars right there in that move. Crazy, crazy move. Coming over here to the US 30. Again, this is one of our AI bots that put this in. Now, this is a really good example, right? If somebody would have, and I did this as an example, I didn't take this trade because it didn't look right to me. So sometimes the AI bot is on. Sometimes you just have to wait, right? But the AI bot said to get in right here at about, was it 12:48 p.m. yesterday, right, as a sell. And I'm like, there's no sell there yet because, again, right at the entry, it's starting to run up, Now, maybe on a larger time frame, if I go up to a larger time frame, there might be some type of prediction for that bad boy to run way down here, which is nice. But again, here's the spike. Watch this. This is a perfect example. If you had the entry set here, right, or if you enter the market here based on that, if you enter the market based on that, then of course it activated the trade, which if you entered here, you can see pricing activated the trade right here, right? This is why it's important to do the news. You can see it came down, it spiked, it activated the trade. Now, some brokers may have not activated. If this moved too fast, sometimes it might have not activated this trade. If you set it had it on like a sell stop order or something like that, if you did have this in the market, if you did decide to enter here and had the trade open and you were in drawdown, it came down here, gave you a little bit of positive money, but look at this, came all the way up. And if you had a stop loss set at this point, it would have stopped you out. So you would have lost that trade. So again, this is why you don't trade during the news. This is why it'd be a good idea, even in a drawdown situation. If you closed out, you're still lost. You wouldn't have lost as much if you would have closed somewhere in here this morning versus wait till it pops up here. Can always re-enter the market after the market corrects. So the market may turn around and just come back down and start heading down in this direction. You have to go out and reanalyze everything to see where it's going from this point. And of course, this is the NAS 100, the US 100 had a huge spike. I'm on the 5-minute chart, so it looks crazy. But again, huge move on this candle. Now, some people would have traded during the news. They would have jumped in and did some scalping. And that was let me try that measuring again because it got off the top of the chart there. Let's see what we had. Overall move, 170 pip move in that move. That's all, again, a lot of money. Came up, did a spike down, did a spike up, ran up a little bit, and came basically right back to where it was at prior to sort of all this sort of consolidation stuff that's running down here, right? Just sort of running in that zone, if you want to call it that. If you want to make this a little bit smaller, you could come down something like that. Again, came right back down in that zone and go out and analyze and see where price is going. So, said that to say this. If you'd like to join us, so this morning, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays at 8:20 a.m. It's going to start here in just a few minutes. We jump in the NAS 100 and do some scalping in the NAS 100, which is absolutely fun. We're typically in there sometimes like 6 minutes, maybe 15 minutes tops. If you can get in and you can copy numbers, right? If you can listen to where he says, enter here, take profit here, you can enter those into your phone, into your broker. you can have some really good results, right? Past performance doesn't guarantee future results. If you don't want to lose money, don't trade. If you don't have the heart for it, don't trade. Don't ever try it. It's not gambling, but you need to learn a little bit of skill. And I will show you, I'll teach you exactly how to set up the software, how to enter the trades and do all that stuff. So if you want to join us on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays for maybe 15 minutes tops, maybe you can do it before you start work at 9 o'clock, or maybe you can, get up a little bit earlier, depending on what coast you're on, and actually work for 15 minutes 3 times a week. Could possibly change your entire life. So hopefully you got some value out of this. If you'd like more information about the Trading Academy, we have a Stocks Academy, a portion of a Stock Options Academy, which the instructors fabulous. We've got a Crypto Academy, which the instructors are freaking phenomenal. We've got a Forex Academy, which is absolutely awesome. And I'll walk you through that. I'll talk about the tuition. It's stupid affordable, crazy affordable tuition to get in. We've got a really cool community. They can come and hang out, and then you've got me as a resource to help you just get through all the basic stuff so you know how to use all the tools. If that's something you're open to learning more about, feel free to reach out to me, 314-498-7688. If I don't know you and you just call me, I'm not going to answer. So you got to send me a text message with who you are and ask a question, and then we'll set up a time to chat. Cool. I love you. Jesus loves you. Absolutely nothing you can do about that. I'm on a mission to have no more empty refrigerators and help you make a lot of money. We'll see you next time. Happy trading. Bye-bye.